recording and start streaming. And we are connected. Cool. I know I just connected everything, but I'm going to get some tea real fast. And somebody messaged me on Discord already. Just checking it real quick. Ah. Okay. Just checking something. Cool. All right, I'm going to get some tea.
Boo-boo, that is not yours. Mitten. Mitten.
Before I forget, CB, if you are watching this, happy birthday! Because it's your birthday today. And it's going to be my birthday tomorrow. I'm going to take it as a day off. Today's tea selection is decaf Earl Grey with a pinch of honey at the bottom. Okay, so thank you for joining me in today's Twitch live stream. My name is Kelsey Crawford, also known as Kelsey DC in some social media platforms. I draw comics for a living, and that includes the webcomic The Legend of Jamie Roberts. The Legend of Jamie Roberts is about a genderqueer pirate and their two best friends treasure hunting in a land full of dragons. As a heads up, if you would like to support the webcomic, I had been posting things on Ko-fi for a while. I am now posting The Legend of Jamie Roberts behind the scenes content on Patreon. The reason for that is because The Legend of Jamie Roberts is starting to get spicy, and by spicy I mean there is a lot of topless dudes. Ko-fi doesn't necessarily like male nipples, so I'm moving everything to Patreon for at least for now. We'll figure out what to do with Ko-fi later, but that's not why you're here. You are here to watch me draw. Today, I'm actually going to draw something in my personal project lineup. This is something that I've drawn on live streams previously. So this project is a fighting game roster with characters of color. Now, I say that meaning primarily black characters, black and brown characters. Why? Because I do love looking at the variety of character designs in fighting games, but I did notice a whole lot of them tend to be either Japanese or white. And I wanted to see something a little bit different. So I'm doing this as a personal project and also as a proof of concept to be like, hey, this would be a really neat idea if anybody would love to make a video game out of this. I've already have some character designs done. Like I have, as far as fighting game archetypes go, I have the all-arounder, I have the rushdown, I have the sword, because there's almost always a sword guy, I have a puppet master, and I think I got one more. Let me check. Oh, no. Nothing else is completed yet. Today, I'm going to work on a zoner and a big body. The zoner that I picked for this character fighting game roster is Ramses II, because in a lot of the hieroglyphs and other historical documentation, he is often depicted as somebody on a chariot firing off arrows at enemy legionnaires. Well, legionnaires is not the right word, because legionnaires refers to the ancient Romans, and he was before Rome was a thing. So I want to say that he was fighting the Hittites. I have to double check that. You would think that somebody who likes ancient Egyptian history like myself would be able to name that a little bit better. But the point being, his thing is firing off arrows. So he is a zoner in fighting game terms. So for this, I already have him sketched up. What I need to do is I need to get him inked in, colored in, and then add some lighting effects. So we will do that one step at a time. We're going to start with inks. We're going to make a new layer and we're going to name that layer inks. And we're going to put the pencil folder, because there's a bunch of pencils for this, at 50%. The pencils folder has the base body, weapon designs, character, costume details, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's just zoom in here and... Oh, is this recording a time? Okay, this is not recording a time lapse. I could record a time lapse though. In fact, I'm going to do that now. There we go. Since the pencils are done anyway. These eyebrows are going to be drawn over and erased here momentarily. Weird. For some reason, Clip Studio Paint registered that as one single brush stroke, even though I definitely lifted my pen. That was weird. I just had the thought, maybe I should give him earrings, and then I went, nah. He's already decked out enough. You might be asking, why am I drawing Ramses II for this fighting game lineup and not like a more recognizable pharaoh like King Tut? Reason for that is King Tut died when he was like 13. And also King Tut did not participate in any notable wars compared to the other pharaohs. So I went with a pharaoh that actually had some sort of record of participating in a war. Or at least in some kind of combat. I was about to add and did not lose, but it's actually kind of debatable if he lost the battle that he was a part of or not. I feel like that is I feel like that's an argument that that scholars even to this day are arguing amongst themselves as to whether he won that battle or if he didn't. Okay, gotta erase those eyebrows. We're not doing the anime thing of leaving certain face details in regardless of what goes over the eyes. Mostly because this headdress would very much cover everything. That's supposed to be a snake. Well, it's supposed to be like a cobra type of deal here. Slim that down some. Don't want to add too many details yet. I don't want to get lost in the weeds. I want to make sure that I get the general gist of everything first. Then I will add details. Okay. before going live, I had the brief thought of devoting this live stream to drawing a comic page, and then I went, nah. I want the live streams to be dedicated to drawing character art until this project is done. At least until the base figures are done. There we go. The base character roster, as it were. Fighting games usually start out with like, I mean, it depends from fighting game to fighting game, but at least in the 90s, they would start out with 8 base player characters that you could choose from. You would unlock more as you played the game. And I definitely want this to be a thing. And I also want there to be like variant outfit options. So like, I want there to definitely be different outfits for Charlie, who's my all-rounder. Not just because Charlie is an original character that I drew for the comics Charlie and Clow and The Case of the Wendigo, but also Charlie is a goth punk, and I really want to draw her in a variety of punk outfits, because I think that'd be cool. Okay. Now, before I draw this collar, actually, I'm going to draw this arm and the cane here. The cane is almost purely symbolic for the purposes of this basically pin up here. But I wanted to incorporate it because his imagery often depicted him holding this cane / staff. And I'm like, well, there's no way that I can draw him without holding that, so... Clip Studio Paint is acting really weird. I'm going to rotate this canvas a little bit so that I can, so that I can ink the fingers in. Boom. Again? Clip Studio, why are you being so weird? I really hope this isn't something that the creators of Clip Studio Paint are doing on purpose, because it did come to my attention. Clip Studio Paint is going to be switching to a monthly subscription-based model, or at least they have, they have plans to for version, I want to say version 2. Hold on, let me check which version this is. Okay, yeah, I'm working with version 1.10.5, so this is not version 2. But there are plans to move Clip Studio Paint to a monthly subscription model with version 2, and I'm not a fan of that. But I would not put it past tech CEOs to want to do that and then make version 1 really buggy to promote the idea that, hey, you should really buy version 2 to get rid of these bugs. Because that's a really shitty thing to do. Like, the entire reason that I went to Clip Studio Paint was because they were not Adobe. I would expect this kind of behavior from Adobe. I do not expect it from Clip Studio. I like to redraw lines to make them smoother, especially if they look too jittery for me. It can be really easy to make a jittery line with digital art. To be fair, it's really easy to make a jittery line in traditional art, but digital art is just more noticeable to me. Okay, for the cane, I'm going to make a new layer, set that original ink to about 50-ish%, and we are going to draw the cane in like this. Edge that over slightly. Maybe rotate it. Good. This'll do. Nope. Okay. Back to the tool, the line tool. Pretty sure this is line tool. Figure. It's called figure. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to set this curve to 9 so that it matches the thickness of the straight lines that we just worked with. Actually, wait. Continuous curve would be better. Because continuous curve, you can set multiple points. Curve tool only lets you use 2. But continuous curve lets you put in as many anchor points as you need to, which is really nice. Good. Now to erase some lines right in here in the hand. And ba-doo. Done. And we're gonna put this back to 100% and merge these layers. And that is done. Now I can draw the collars. I'm gonna save my progress first before I do that though. Okay. Really? Clip Studio, what are you doing? You're drunk. Clip Studio is drunk right now. Maybe I'll make this into a new artistic challenge that we do it live. Is the no undo challenge. Only eraser. I was about to hit Control Z. We're not doing that today. Oop. Chucking my pen. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. Nope. Ah, never underestimate the ability of the eraser to be a drawing tool of its own. Oh, I did the Control Z. It did not erase multiple lines that time. Interesting. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but it did not work. Okay. Move it on down. Okay. Zoom on out. Okay, saving our progress so far. Okay. Can take a second to catch up on the chat. Oh, hello! I see that there's a first time chatter. Hello there. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying the show. Just inking in Ramses II here for a fighting game concept. Ooh, okay. I was about to add male nipple, and then I went, wait, is Twitch gonna be like Ko-fi? Because I know Ko-fi cannot handle bare male nipples. I'm gonna play it safe for now. I'm not gonna add any nipples. Of all of the things for social media platforms to get real persnickety about, they get persnickety about nipples. On the one hand, I don't know if it's something to praise for them being equal opportunity and saying, no nipples whatsoever. Does not matter what the gender of the person is. No nipples must be visible. I don't know if that's an equal opportunity win or lose, to be perfectly honest with you. All I can tell you is that I am not a big fan of it as an artist who draws a lot of figure art. Speaking of figures and character art and things, I feel like now is a good time to plug a giveaway that I'm doing. So, for those of you, particularly those of you who are new to my channel, hi, how's it going? My name is Kelsey. I draw comics for a living, and I'm actually running a giveaway on Instagram. Now, you can find me on Instagram at Kelsey D Comics. That's KELCID Comics. My giveaway that I'm doing is that if I reach 500 Instagram followers by August 31st, I will give away one character commission free to one of my followers. So if you would like me to draw art for you for free, just follow my page on Instagram to be entered into the giveaway. That's all you got to do. I'm drawing lines here because I'm putting in outlines for details so that I can flesh stuff out later. But I don't want to get lost in the weeds yet with drawing details. Okay. Added an extra little like feathery doof over here. That is the technical term for it, by the way. I am a professional artist. What's Ko-fi? Ko-fi is a place online, ko-fi.com. It's where if you like the kinds of art that you see or you want to see more live streams from me or anything like that, ko-fi.com is where you can go give a one-time donation to creators that you like, which is one of the options that Ko-fi has. Ko-fi is actually really flexible. You can give one-time donations. You can become a monthly member, like what Patreon does. You can run an online store. And you can just use it as an image gallery to post art and stuff. So I use Ko-fi a lot for... I have some monthly subscribers on there. It's also a good way to like give a one-time donation if you want to give a one-time donation. I primarily use it as a means to run an online store to sell my comics and illustrations and stuff. Because Ko-fi's storefront is free to run. And also does not take any fees. So they are much nicer than Etsy in that regard. However, as much as I like to sing some praises for Ko-fi, I will admit that my singing praises for Ko-fi has had a little bit of a damper put into it. Because of something that happened last week or the week before. When was it? I think it was the week before, actually. But I'm not going to get too much into that right now. Did not realize how slender I made this guy's legs until just now. Alright, I gotta rotate the canvas to get this line the way that I want it to. Trying really hard not to hit the undo button this time because Clip Studio has been really weird with the undo button this session. Okay, I got it. Past Kelsey, what were you doing drawing this ankle? I do not understand what you were trying to do here. All right. Save progress so far. This is an excellent question, but aren't there more people on Etsy? So even if they take fees, you can possibly sell more. I'm not going to participate in Etsy because there are a number of things that Etsy does to their sellers that I am not a big fan of. Let's just say there's a reason why there was a strike against Etsy not that long ago. Because there are a number of things that Etsy HQ does that makes me go, not sure that I want to endorse that. Not to mention that the fees keep increasing and increasing, so people who sell on there are seeing much less. If there's any particular storefront that I'm considering getting, it is maybe Shopify. But even then, I'm only considering it because of some of the capabilities that it has. It's very Etsy-ish, Shopify is, but without the problems that Etsy has. Let's put it that way. Gotta ink this back leg next. That and Etsy, people argue that Etsy has a built-in audience. However, that built-in audience, they can't really tell the difference between an actual artist's work and something that got pirated. Piracy is really easy to pull off on Etsy. Not to mention how many accounts on there get hacked. I actually have a cousin of mine who had an Etsy account, but then it got hacked, so they lost all the access to it. Okay, now to draw the bow. Oh, okay. The Discord message pinged, but it can wait. Okay, for the bow, I'm gonna make a new layer, set that inks layer to about 50%. I'm going to call this new layer bow so that I know what I'm looking at. I'm going to use continuous curve again. Here I was about ready to be like, how can I draw this bow with the curve tool? And then completely forgot that continuous curve was a thing in Clip Studio Paint. Whew. Okay. Continuous curve, saving the day yet again. I thought I double clicked that. There we go. Okay, now for the bow string here, we're going to use straight line because that's a straight line. Boom. I know I told myself no undo challenge, but I was really, really tight up in there. Okay. For the purposes of placement, we're erasing this line here. And then erasing this line, these bunch of lines, excuse me, here. Okay, now I'm going to go into the inks layer, which is still at 50%, and erasing some stuff that the bow would overlap. Dunzo. Cool. We're going to put in that at 100% opacity again, and we're going to merge the layers back down. And he's inked in. Sweet. The base inks are inked in. That was the fun part where I get to go in for the detailed stuff. I'm going to start with the collar. Keep in mind, this is an Egyptian pharaoh, dude, so details are going to be all up in the jewelry. Okay. Save the progress so far. Actually, I'm going to redraw this again. My original intent with those little figures was to draw open-winged hawks. But they're not coming out how I want them to, so I'm going to try them again. I don't like how that turned out either. Ooh! I wanted some reference to Horus on this neck piece here. I think I found it. Adding some sunbeams here. The triangles represent. Dope. Now, I did have a headdress reference. Let me see if I can bring that back up. I hope I saved that headdress reference. Past me better have. I'm looking in a separate window right now. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, this was the original reference image that I used in drawing the pencil for him. So, okay. I'm actually going to scoot that over there. Okay. Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to put the little cobra on his headdress, because there's a little cobra on the original headdress over here. Okay. Overshot that line a little bit. Boom. Okay. Again, trying not to hit Control Z here as both a personal challenge and because Clip Studio is being very, very weird in this particular session. Don't know why, it just is. Drawing this top row here, and then offsetting the pattern. We're going to repeat that on this side. Saving our progress. And then I will check on the comments section here in a moment. Oop, that's Discord. Hey, Arch of Winter, how's it going? So far, so good. I actually took a trip to the library earlier this morning to get some writing done. Hold on one sec. There, had to adjust my shorts. Yes. I went to the library to get some writing done. I've been writing an essay series called How to Write Characters. This essay series, I started writing it because I would love to make it into an ebook and then post that ebook up for sale on like Amazon or something. But just have that be available. But it's a matter of writing those essays first. So I've been writing them one essay at a time and then posting those essays every Wednesday on Patreon. I realize that this is the latest signal boost I've given to Patreon this stream, so let me just tweak something real quick. There. Because this is like the second or third time this stream that I've mentioned Patreon and not talked about Ko-fi super duper. I mean, I did talk about Ko-fi because somebody asked about it, but I did talk about Patreon more recently, so just updated the links, just to keep that consistent. Anyway, how are you doing, Arch of Winter? Hope everything's going well. We are not offsetting the stripes on this one, because I have an idea for what to do in the coloring phase with this armband. Boop. Okay. Okay, I know what to do with his belt. Had some thoughts on what to do with the belt, and now I have an idea. Saving our progress before we continue. Oh, you did your first non-anime related in-person festival. That is cool. I don't imagine that it was Black Swamp Arts Fest because that's next month. I'm just curious, which festival was this? Because I would like to hear more. I am actually looking to do a in-person arts festival the weekend before Small Press Expo. I'm talking with some comic buddies of mine to see if they'd be interested in splitting the booth space, because the space available for this venue is like 10 feet by 14 feet. It's an outside show, so that will affect some things. But I was thinking if somebody wanted to split a table space with me for that particular show. It's in Columbus, Ohio, is the big thing. But I was thinking about getting a table there and showcasing my stuff, or at least getting the booth space. Of course, if I do that, I would probably need to bring my own tent. That's the word. I mean, if nothing else, I can see if some friends of mine have a tent available, because who knows? Man, this no undo challenge is really paying off for me so far. Hold on. Excuse me, I just had a tickle in my throat. Excuse me. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, Firefly Nights. I forgot about Firefly Nights. I did reach out to them to see if they had any last minute cancellations, but they said no. So I didn't even know Firefly Nights was a thing until like a week before their next show. And this past like Firefly Nights is I think their last one for the season, and I'm like, gosh dang it. Yeah, I'll DM you about the Columbus event. I haven't heard back from one of my cartooning buddies yet, because I had messaged him about this first because he's local to the area, but I'll DM you the details. Because it is a multi-day event, just letting you know. Okay, I'm going to rotate the canvas to get this next part of the belt. Yeah, that did it. Okay. Oh. My phone just made a noise like somebody just texted me or posted something, so that was weird. People don't usually text me at this hour, so I don't know what that's all about. And there. That works. Now I'm working with my best guess regarding how to illustrate his feet, considering this does not show his feet. So I'm doing my best guess here. But we have the inks done. Huzzah! Okay. I'm gonna make a new layer, and we are going to start the lighting effects first. Put that on multiply, 35% opacity. Now, with the color scheme that I have in mind for him, it's going to be a lot of whites and browns. But then the accent colors are going to be gold and reds and blues and greens. But considering that there's going to be a lot of gold and brown and basically warm colors as part of his palette, I think a cool shadow will really help it pop. So we'll make the shadows a blue, a dark blue. Turn that pencil layer off. I like to draw this just to serve as a reference. Be like, where's my lighting source coming from? Oh, it's there. Cool. I'm trying to change up my lighting sources more often. Because too often I put them in like the upper left or the upper right. But I usually default to like upper left. One of those upper corners. But I want to try to change it up more. Okay.
Ooh. Gotta draw a little shadow for the snake.
To better imply that he is floating in front of the headdress. Because that's what he's doing. He's floating in front of the headdress. Okay. I'll repeat this towards the end of the stream, but I will mention this now. Next week, I am not streaming on Tuesday. Reason for that is I will be out of town from Tuesday to Thursday, if I remember my dates correctly. I'll have to double check that. But point being, I'm going to be out of town for the beginning part of next week, so no live stream on Tuesday. I usually stream Tuesdays and Saturdays, but next week, not happening. Not on Tuesday. May be able to stream again on Saturday, but we will see. Let me draw that line again. I know I can do better. Yes. That did it. Cool. Now, I did not draw male nipples to play it on the safe side, because I know Kofi does not like male nipples. And I know Twitch is weird. Twitch is very weird. Somebody just texted me. Well, they can wait. Considering the lighting effect and where the light source is coming from, I'm going to ink in this edge of the quiver. And I'm going to ink in that edge like so. Coolios. Coolios. Inking art and adding shadows. Okay, who the frick is texting me this much? Oh! Gotcha. Okay. Oh, well, that one's spam. But cool. Some friends of mine are talking about going to a convention in November, so that was what that was being like, hey, can I bring a +1? And naming the +1, and it's like, okay, cool, neat. Not sure that I like that there. I think I like that better. Back to paintbrush. I switch back and forth between paintbrush and paint bucket when working in this particular stage. Oh, this I'm going to use the straight line. I'll shrink it down, but I'm going to use a straight line. This no undo challenge is a lot trickier than you think it is. Okay, I need to shrink down this eraser tooltip. I think that would help a lot. Cool. Making some good progress so far. Oh, catching up on comments here. Animarathon applications are also open. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one or cross my fingers. Every time that I have applied for Animarathon or gone to apply, they say, oh, nope, our applications are full. We're not taking any more at this time, because they fill up really fast. I think there was one time that I had sent in my application on time, did all the rules, and then they looked at my stuff and they went, nah. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. So. Which is weird, because I've showcased with them twice before, but I don't know if they just got really full that year, or they were like, no, this person doesn't do enough fan art, or what it was. But for whatever reason, they did not have me one year. I am a little mildly offended that my comics buddy Ben did not message me when MatsuriCon was happening, because he and I tabled at MatsuriCon one year, but I'm going to guess that he did not get a table at this year's MatsuriCon. Got that there. The convention that my friends and I are talking about going to in November, I'm not going to go there as a vendor. I'm just going there for the funsies. I've never gone to that particular convention as a vendor. And that's fine, I think. I think there is value to just saying to yourself, I will not try to go into this show as a vendor. I will just go as an attendee and I will have fun. There is value in that, especially for people who are like self-employed like I am, who are kind of conditioned to see everything as a marketing opportunity. Like, you can just go for the funsies, y'all. It's okay. No. Don't know why Clip Studio Paint does that sometimes, but it'll just be like, oh, I know that you rotated your pen, but boop, here's a dot. And it's like, I don't need a dot right there. It's like that BuzzFeed mystery thing. It's practically a meme at this point where it's like, I've connected the dots. You haven't connected shit. I've connected them. Now I'm just sitting here thinking of Puppet History, which is one of the more wild online series I've ever seen. I'm going to check off a couple of things on my to-do list while I'm thinking about it. And done. Cool. I think I'll use the continuous curve tool again to do the shadows on the bow here. I am lowering that. That is too thick. Size 6 ought to do. Okay. Inking that part in, and well, I'm thinking about adding some more shadows to this particular end of the. Let me zoom out. Okay. Helps to look at the bigger picture before making any commitments. Good. Good, good. I will do a thing though, because I cannot help myself. Shadow. A shadow of a nipple. Nothing too extravagant or detailed, just for future reference. Definitely adding that in when the stream ends. That is not the direction I wanted that line to go. Okay, good. Getting a lot more adventurous with my shadows here. Okay, saving our progress so far. God damn, I really want a donut. Oh no, the nip! Think about the Twitch terms of service. I know. That's why I'm being risque. Not adding too much detail to it, just in case. Oh, catching up on comments here. Animarathon is a merit-based application now, not first come, first served. Okay, that helps, considering first come, first served are often the ones that fill up the fastest. Huh. Well then, it's a good thing that this particular convention, it's YumaCon. YumaCon, which I go as an attendee, Arch of Winter is saying, I found out you have to be accepted into a closed Facebook group to even get to the application to apply for Artist Alley at YumaCon. Not too surprised about that. Still kind of shitty. I don't know if that's like an official Facebook group that is like YumaCon approved, or if it's just like an artist who keeps really hawkish eyes on the YumaCon Artist Alley application process, but that's still kind of shady. Okay. We're nearly done with the shadows and the lighting effects here. Okay, I wanted to ink the thigh separately from the calf. That's why I did what I did. We'll revisit that knee in a minute. I'm focusing so hard right now, that's why I'm not really talking a whole bunch. I have considered modifying this live stream to remove my face in the upper corner and just keeping it to what you see while I draw. But then that would remove all the times that Bree makes herself seen, because she likes to jump into my lap sometimes whenever I do live streams. And I'm just like, you'll deserve to see an adorable old lady cat when that happens. We'll revisit that knee in a second. Back foot. I missed an ink line. Hold on. There. Fixed it. Okay. Now to revisit that knee. There. I figured removing something would do the trick. Just needed to remove that top line. And there we are. Now let me zoom out and make sure. Yeah. Shadow effects are done. Save our progress. Okay. Oh, let me just X out of Discord because that's just distracting more than anything else. Okay. Well, since I got most of the lighting effects done, we're going to delete this reference point and we are going to make a new layer below the inks and call it color flats. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this to make this part easier. I'm going to turn the gray layer off, the shade layer off, and I'm going to use the wand tool to select the background and any open negative spaces. Then I am going to go to this little toolbar at the bottom and invert selected area, put the paint bucket tool, refer only to editing layer, and make it white. There we go. Now we got this entire figure colored in for the color flats. Turn that gray layer back on. Boom, look at that. That takes care of filling in all of the strange little nooks and crannies. That way. Now we're going to put the paint bucket back to refer other layers, and we will fill in everything as we go. Okay, that headdress, the original reference image had it as kind of a royal blue, so we're going to color it a royal blue. Perfect. The edge pieces were kind of a sandy red, so boop and boop. Sandy red, blood red, brownish color. Okay. Belly of that snake, we're going to make it kind of a gold. Okay. Let me get a color reference for the skin tone here. The legend, I saved this in the Legend of Jamie Roberts folder because I was working with like really big crowd scenes at the time that I came up with this color swatch. But this color swatch has skin tones, hair colors, some base primary colors for costumes. This is one of the handiest color swatches I've ever put together. Thank goodness for Past Me for doing that. Well, yes, this pharaoh does have eyeliner. Thank you for noticing. Cool. Let's color in the rest of this visible skin while I'm thinking about it. Dope. Okay. Canes are usually gold from what I remember. Okay, we'll fill in the marked gemstones here in a second. I have ideas for how to handle that. But we're going to fill in the gold areas first. And any open spots I might have missed. Nope. We're keeping that color. Might lighten it if anything else. To like a... I like that better. Especially for what I'm going for here. Boop. Okay. Oh, the sandals are going to be a brown color. I actually had to look up, through the power of Dr. Google, what ancient Egyptian sandals looked like, because you hardly ever see them depicted in the hieroglyphs. Turns out there are well preserved ancient Egyptian sandals from back in the day. They are often woven, though, so I think I'm going to be going back in to add some details here. Much better. Inside the quiver is going to be kind of a darker brown. That was not the layer I wanted that on. That was what I wanted. Save our progress so far. Okay. Let me get the gold back. Get that same shade of blue. Try to tie in all the motifs together. And I'm gonna have to zoom in to really get up in there, because Paint Bucket will not fill all those gaps. Get that teal color back. I'm going to borrow this color up here for the eyelets down here. Missed a teal spot. Boom. Okay. I think I'll leave those little eyes white. I'm gonna get that eyelet color back, because here's what we're going to do. We are going to go in here and we are going to alternate these colors here on this armband. Oh, I missed a spot with the blacks. Boom. Fixed it. Right. I filled in everything with the white paint bucket tool. I was like, it lifted as gray. Why did it lift as gray? Oh, right. Okay, I'm going to keep working with this terracotta-y red color. I forgot lines in this part of the belt. Need to fix that. And fixed. Right, the white bucket. There. Okay. Save our progress so far. I'm going to take a second to catch up on... Okay. No new comments. If something comes to mind, you want to ask me something, feel free to ask in the comments. I'm going to first stretch. Oh yeah, I can feel some things pop back into place. Okay. Let's get this blue first. And then the teal. Back to blue. Gonna go over these paint swatches in the lower left corner and get the colors that I need. And here we are. The blue, boop, boop, boop. Doot. There's some, nope, there are some smeary inks right in there. Had to tweak that real quick. Fill in some gaps. Got it. Oh, look at that, so colorful, much snazzy. Now there are going to be some things on this that I will leave white. But that back part of the belt, some quiver details, and that bow are going to get colored in. Oh, also, the feathers of the arrow are going to get filled in with something. Takes care of that. There were a lot of bird motifs with the reference image that I used. Particularly, there was a belt type sash that went across Ramses II's chest that had drawn feathers like all across it, and I went, that is entirely too detailed unless this game was being computer generated. I think it would be better if that level of detail was left up on the walls, not necessarily in a character design. Because that stuff is a pain in the butt to draw on repeat. I think I missed a spot. Now I didn't. Nope. That works for now. Now for the bow. Let me try a dark wood for this bow first. Because I'm debating between a dark bow or like a dark brown or a gold. Debating between the two. Like, gold is not very practical as far as bows go. Well, I don't like that. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go that way. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go head to toe and make sure that there's no missing gaps or anything. Oh. Needs to be some gold on that part. Oh, I like that better with the gold instead of the white. Or maybe I like the white instead of the gold. I'll leave it white. Yeah, okay. Making sure there are no gaps. I thought I saw something. Okay. We're good. It's just dirt on my screen, I guess. I need to clean this screen. Oh. It's a little nook, but it was there. That's that's everything. Cool. So this is Ramses II with base colors. And this is Ramses II with some lighting effects. Look at that, so pretty. And we are going to export that time lapse. Let's put it 9:16 because I'm going to post that time lapse up on TikTok. Yeah, we'll do 15 seconds. Boop. This is the primary reason that I record and export time lapses within Clip Studio Paint, is so that I can then post those time lapses up on Instagram or TikTok, just to keep those going. Might export a version for posting up on YouTube or something. We'll see. But, doot. He is done. Ah, so cool. So very, very cool. All right. Hot. Yes. Quite hot. HAWT hot. I am really pleased with how he came out. Oh my god. Sweet. Well, let me zoom in a little bit so that we can get an eyeful of some of these details, yo. And I'll go ahead and throw out this pitch here. This is a shameless plug. So you may have noticed I added a Instagram handle on the screen. Instagram at Kelsey D Comics. That's because I'm doing a giveaway. If my Instagram page reaches 500 followers by August 31st, I will draw a character from head to toe in full color, a lot like this guy, for you for free, to one lucky person that follows my page. So to enter that giveaway, just follow my Instagram page at Kelsey D Comics. If I reach 500 followers by August 31st, I will give away a free head-to-toe drawn commission, very similar to this guy, to one of my followers, and I will give that for free. If you already follow my page, share the page far and wide and let folks know that the giveaway is happening. Because I would love to get to 500 likes or 500 followers by August 31st. I think that'd be great. All right. That's going to be it for me for this stream. If you liked what you saw, consider supporting my Twitch channel through Patreon, patreon.com/Kelsey D Crawford. Link is on the screen. I'm also going to be posting this recording up on my YouTube channel. Thank you for everybody in the chat who joined me in this live stream. Also, thank you everybody who did not join in the chat for watching this live stream. I totally understand the urge to lurk while you work or do whatever you want to do. Work, twerk, shirk, whatever it takes. But yes, thank you for joining me in this stream. I stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays on Twitch at 2 p.m. EST. I have also started streaming on Instagram on Sundays. I will be streaming also on TikTok sometime this week. Keep an eye on my TikTok page. All of my social media links are actually going to be at kelseydcrawford.com/links. Let me put that up on the screen before I forget. kelseydcrawford.com/links. You know what? I'm just going to leave that there because that page has my Patreon, my Ko-fi, The Legend of Jamie Roberts, my Instagram, my TikTok, a whole bunch of other stuff. All of my links can be at kelseydcrawford.com/links up on the screen. And again, If you would like to get something like Ramses II drawn for you for free, follow my Instagram page. If I reach 500 followers by August 31st, I will give away an art piece much like this to one of my followers for free. That is it for today. I will hopefully see you again this Saturday at 2 p.m. EST. If there's going to be a change in streaming plans, I will announce it on my social media channels. And all my social media channels are at kelseydcrawford.com/links. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. You are awesome.